Welcome to the Affiliate Guy Daily, your daily source for affiliate marketing news, tips, and strategies to take your online business to the next level. Let's dive right in.
Hey, Matt McWilliams here, and welcome to episode 13. Today, I want to talk to you about my hot dog concussion, something that happened to me recently. Now, stick with me because I'm also going to share what it means for affiliate marketing. Now, the gist of this comes from something that happened to me very recently. Within the past week, I unfortunately had my first concussion. So if at any point in this I start slurring my speech or say anything that doesn't make sense, like I have like 2 more weeks where I can blame it on that. And so I'm just going to blame it on that. It was kind of a crazy thing. So I went to this thing called Man Camp this past weekend. And basically what Man Camp means is about 80 of us guys went out into this like remote area, so remote that we literally only had 2 bars on our cell phones, right? And it took like 5 minutes for a text message to send. It wasn't true. It took like 20 seconds, but still. And, we're on these lodges. We still had bathrooms and heating and air, but my gosh, I slept on a sleeping bag, so it was like really rustic, right? And it ended up raining the whole weekend. And we didn't really do much of anything except for go to the gym at this camp and play basketball like for all day Saturday. Played over 6 hours of basketball. Actually, more than that. It was probably a little bit over 7.5 hours of basketball. And you would think, well, okay, this story ends with Matt getting a concussion. Surely it had to do something with basketball. Nope. Because how Matt got a concussion, well, let me back up. So we play basketball. I play in the afternoon. I play in the evening. I finish up this basketball tournament just after midnight. We go back to the lodge, and 4 of us guys are ravishingly hungry. Like, we're going to eat anything in sight. And we just decide we all want cookies. We've heard that there were cookies because some of the guys got together and watched a movie, and they had cookies. Well, we want cookies. Well, we go off on this excursion. We can't find cookies anywhere. So finally, we find in one of the refrigerators a tin full of grilled hot dogs. Now, I don't know when these hot dogs are from. I'm not entirely sure that they're edible. But they might have been from the day before or the week before or the month before. I have no idea. But we go in and we find these hot dogs, and it's like, and there's buns too. So it's like, it's on, right? We're going to microwave us some grilled hot dogs, and they're going to be warm and toasty, and we're going to devour these hot dogs. And so I made one. I was hungry, but I wasn't so hungry that I'm going to eat more than one of these things. And I'm like, I don't know where this thing is from. So I microwave my hot dog. I'm walking outside. It's been raining all day. It's still raining. And my foot hits the first step, and whoosh, up in the air I go, and I land on the steps, and one of the steps lands like right in the middle of the back of my neck. My head snaps back and hits the thing pretty hard. And according to the guys I was with, for the next like half hour, I couldn't stop laughing. One of them was like, dude, I think you're high. I'm laughing hysterically. And then I would like start crying about my hot dog because my hot dog went flying. But they were kind of worried about me. They're like, dude, I think you have a concussion. My eyes are bloodshot. And they're like, oh my gosh, you need to not go to sleep. This is 1:00 in the morning. I'm like, I just want to go to bed. They're like, no, you're going to stay up to at least 2:30. And so anyway, they kept me up. I ended up fine. I kind of felt a little woozy for like 2 days, and I randomly got dizzy the other day, but I'm mostly fine, right? So thank goodness. But I learned a couple things. Lesson 1, don't walk down soaking wet steps in slippery flip-flops trying to carry a hot dog. Don't walk down those steps and it's dangerous. I should have been wearing shoes. I shouldn't have been trying to balance this hot dog, in the rain. Like, I should have eaten it inside. Okay, learn my lesson there. I think the second lesson is, sometimes life happens and freakish things happen and you just have to move on, right? But third, I want you to look for those slippery steps in your business. This is what it made me think of. These are those steps that if you aren't careful, they lead you to bad places. You get sloppy, you get careless, and you lose your hot dog. So I'm going to share with you the 5 mistakes, the 5 slippery steps, these things that you don't see until somebody calls them out. And what I'm hoping happens here for you is that I say one of these things and you go, oh my gosh, Matt's like onto something. That's my slippery step. Number one is not emailing regularly on schedule or not producing consistent content. You know what? That's the sign of an amateur. You're not committed to just producing content, emailing your list on a consistent schedule. I'm reminded of the saying, he said something, I forget who said this, but he said, I only write when inspiration strikes. Thankfully, inspiration strikes precisely at 9 a.m. every day. That's the sign of a professional. You sit your butt down or you stand up at your desk like I do, and you do what you need to do. You write an email, you write content on a schedule. The slippery step number two, ironically, is the reverse. It's getting too regular. What happens when you're just too regular? Like, I only produce content on Mondays and Thursdays. Well, today's Wednesday. Can you send an email? No, it's a Wednesday, and I never send emails on Wednesdays. You get in a rut, and you're not disrupting the patterns of your audience, and eventually, you start to get in this rut, then things suffer. What happens when you only email on Mondays and Thursdays most weeks, and then suddenly you send an email on a Wednesday afternoon? Your audience is like, this must be important. I got to read this. You got to disrupt that pattern. So 1 and 2 they kind of seem contradictory, but if you get too far into one of those, it's dangerous. Number 3 is you're not promoting affiliate offers regularly and intentionally. What I'm saying is, I'm not talking what you say. Well, I promoted 13 affiliate offers last year. Well, how many emails did you send? 13? 17? Well, I have one-off things. I sent an email about that summit, or I sent an email to my list about that book launch. No, that's not intentional. Like, I'm talking about crafting a promo plan. If you want to see an example of a promo plan, go watch Matthew Loomis's case study. Go read my takeaways from that and opt in to get the video. It's at mattmcwilliams.com/Kaboomis, Matthew Kaboomis Loomis. So mattmcwilliams.com/KABOOMIS. Go watch that and you'll see how that's done. Just copy what he did. Number 4, actually, let me go back to number 3. When you're not promoting regularly enough and intentionally enough, when you finally do, there's open revolution. Your audience reacts viscerally towards you like, how dare you promote something to me? I've been getting free content for 9 months. That's how they react. And by the way, they always speak in that stuck-up British accent. Of course, because angry people always do that, right? On the internet, angry British stuck-up accent. Anyway, Mr. Darcy. All right. Number 4, you're not segmenting your list as you go. Hi, my name is Matt McWilliams. I don't segment my list like I should. I'm guilty as charged. I'm, do as I say, not as I do, because I suck at this, right? I'm getting better though. And the thing is, if you're not segmenting your list based on what people are interested in, then you're trying to sell ice to an Eskimo, basically. You will have Eskimos on your list and you cannot sell them ice, but some people on your list will buy ice all day long. So you've got to segment your list as we go. So stay tuned for more on that. I'm going to give you a couple of deep dives into how to do that over the next few months. And then 5th, you're not communicating. This is if you have an affiliate program, the 5th biggest thing I see in online businesses, you're not communicating with your affiliates when there's not a launch going on. Here's what most people do. Launch time comes and they email. Every day they're emailing their affiliates, even like the week before, the 2 weeks before. Hey, the launch is coming up. We got a launch coming up. The launch is coming up. The launch is going on. The launch is going great. The launch is going great. The launch is almost over. The launch is almost over. Dead silence. They're posting on Facebook, texts and emails and calls and Skype messages, and then nothing for like 9 months. And then we have a launch coming up. The launch is coming up. The launch is coming up. The launch is going on. The launch is going on. The launch is going on. The launch is going great. The launch is going great. And then nothing. Like, that's how it goes. There's a better plan though, and that's to be in regular contact with your affiliates. We're going to talk soon about how to warm up your affiliates, and these principles will apply. But here's what I'm calling you to today. In addition to the call to action that I'll share at the end, and go get that Matthew Kaboomis one that I talked about, Matthew Kaboomis Loomis. You can win $185 worth of my stuff. Think about your slippery steps. Which of these resonates most with you? Are you emailing enough? Are you emailing too regularly? Are you segmenting? Are you communicating with your affiliates when you don't need them, outside of a launch time? So think about that. Identify your slippery step and then go address it. The lesson I learned, like I said, don't walk on flip-flops on slippery steps, holding a hot dog. So you know what I did the next day? I wore my tennis shoes. that have grippy stuff on the bottom, and I held the handrail and I wasn't carrying food. So we can all learn something from those weird things, even our first concussion. So I mentioned that $185 giveaway. You can enter it at mattmcwilliams.com/TAGWIN. Tag win. The Affiliate Guide Daily is tagged there. mattmcwilliams.com/tag win. Subscribe, leave a rating and review, go enter the giveaway. It's huge. It's a great opportunity to get some of my best stuff. So go enter that, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks so much for listening. Be sure to join us daily for more tips, updates, and inspiration. You can also join us and watch our deep dives into affiliate marketing strategies at theaffiliateguide.tv. And check all of our free resources at mattmcwilliams.com. See you next episode.